Today's video is all about signature scent fragrances that you'll fall in love with at first sniff, at least most likely. If you know what you like generally in terms of what categories you prefer for your fragrances and you kind of have an understanding of that, you'll be able to apply that to these and you'll be able to see what's going to fit for you because for the most part, these are all incredibly safe options, okay? But at the same time, they're not so basic or boring to where it's going to bore you to death. So we've got signature scents with a ton of versatility that kind of stand out but are not so out there that nobody's going to like the smell of them either. So we're actually going to get things kicked off with Azzaro Chrome Parfum. This one has bergamot, sage, and fir resin. What a nice release. It's woody, it's green, kind of earthy, a little bit bright off the opening, just a little bit citrusy. It smells nice. It actually has a little bit of a soapiness to it as well. So, you know, for the longest time, Chrome Extreme was kind of the one to get, and it still is. I still love Chrome Extreme. A little bit of an availability issue right now, has been for a while. The 100 milliliter size bottle has been sold out. You can get the 50 ml, but you know, it's not really at the best price per milliliter there. So I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, which is just supply chain issues, but there's always that kind of worst case impending doom feeling where maybe that one's going away. I don't know for sure. But Chrome Parfum is one that you don't really hear about all that often, but to me, is really good, and I won't say that it's better than Chrome Extreme, but I would say that it's probably about just as good. Now, they're different scents. Chrome Extreme smells like Acqua di Gio Profondo, whereas this does not, and in fact, this actually has more of a original smell to it, so less of like, you know, a clone type of deal going on here, and more of just kind of an original creation. Now, keep in mind, we're not talking about something that's so unique that you've never smelled before. This type of DNA, this type of smell is somewhat common. But again, this doesn't smell like anything else in particular. And this one is right kind of what I'm looking for. It's riding that line of, you know, being a little bit different, but at the same time still maintaining tons of mass appeal and versatility at an affordable price, which is usually going to be around, I believe, $40 to $45 here. Next up, we have a new fragrance from Hugo Boss. This one is Boss Bottled Beyond. 3 notes. It has ginger, leather, and woody notes. And, you know, this one kind of had a rough start, and I think we all know why. You know, at least for me, we're coming out of 2 of their best releases ever, you know, in my opinion, which was Boss Bottled Elixir and Boss Bottled Absolute. To me, that is like peak Hugo Boss material right there. Those are 2 amazing scents, at least when we're talking their normal designer lineup of the Boss Bottled lineup, and even taking into consideration what they put out in the scent lineup. To me, Elixir and Absolute, 2 of their best pieces of work ever, okay? And so next up, they have to follow that up with something, and Boss Bottled Beyond is what they came out with next. It's wildly different, okay? And you can also kind of tell that by the presentation itself. We have an entirely new bottle here. I don't know if they're switching everything over to this or if it's just for this one in particular or what. So we knew it was going to be different, right? Maybe they were just trying to separate it from those even more. But it's a nice ginger-based scent. Ginger, leathery, and woody. I mean, that's really what they give us. But that is, in a nutshell, what you get out of this one. So it opens up bright, kind of spicy from that ginger. You get this nice leathery, masculine smell and a nice, relatively soft, woody accord as well that you get later on in the dry down. But it does smell really nice. And, you know, smelling the dry down is one thing, but when you actually spray this one, you get that opening notes. It's really, really good. Very vibrant, very bright, almost juicy even. It smells great. So don't think of this one as something that needs to compare to Boss Bottled Elixir or Boss Bottled Absolute. It's something different entirely. This is going to be more in that mass-pleasing area that we're kind of looking for this video here. This is something that you really could wear year-round for any situation, and this one has landed on discounters now, usually going to be just a touch over $100. This next one is Amber Oud Exclusive Blue, and this is going to be a clone of Parfums de Marly Layton. So to me, Layton would make a pretty solid signature scent. Now, of course, the main thing is price. If you're actually wearing Layton, you know, you're spending over $200 on it, and you're wearing it every single day, doing a few sprays a day, it's not going to take you long to burn through that $200+. So a lot of people don't do that, right? But, you know, Layton itself, it could be used for that. It smells great. It's an addicting fragrance. It has that apple, vanilla, you know, cinnamon, tonka bean, all of that stuff. Just sweet, kind of fruity, just with a little bit of a minty freshness to it as well. Going to be some situations like, you know, really hot summer where I wouldn't want to wear it, but other than that, it's going to work. But luckily we have clones, right? This is 2025, 2026 almost. Clones are in full force. They just keep getting better and better. And this is one of the best ones of Layton. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it, okay? If you don't want to spend this much, you could also go for Al Haramain Detour Noir. That's going to run you around $20 to $25. And it does the same thing, right? In terms of the differences between Detour Noir and this, it's a quality thing. Quality and maybe a little bit performance in favor of this. Same thing with quality, it's in favor of this. But Detour Noir still is going to get you right where you want to be. That Layton smell just without paying that Layton price. This next one is John Varvatos Artisan Blue. One of the few, you know, artisan flankers that you could still purchase. One of the few older ones, I should say. Has basil, pine, cedar, geranium with a ton of other notes. If you guys haven't seen the note breakdowns of these older John Varvatos fragrances, they are very extensive. That was cool that they used to do that. A little bit overwhelming, but still pretty neat, especially because we don't get that anymore. And I've said it before, this is not a blue fragrance, okay? This was released before the blue fragrance trend. So, you know, looking at it now, that's what we assume, but that just isn't the case. And I've also said this, but it's not really blue smelling in the sense of watery or anything. It's actually green. It's a green smelling fragrance, just with the notes that they give us here, that basil, the pine, the geranium. It's minty, green, fresh, kind of a little bit woodsy, but yet with a little bit of a watery feel too. You know, but again, they call it blue. Again, I think it could have been artisan green with a green bottle, and it would have made a bit more sense. But nonetheless, I really like it. It just has this nice textured neroli petitgrain floral smell with all of the green notes and the citrus and the woods and the musk. It smells so, so good. It's, you know, it's something that is simple in theory, and, you know, it's not like there is really a ton to this. They have a ton of notes, but it's pretty easy to digest. But at the same time, it is different. It is unique, but still within the walls of a mass-pleasing, ultra-versatile spring and summer scent. You could wear this in fall and winter as well, but it's not going to hold up as well. Still could be a signature scent for most times of the year, just when it's not below freezing. Kind of following a similar trend, we have Brioni Eau de Parfum Eclat. This one has grapefruit, ginger, and musk. You know, a lot of people, they buy stuff like this and they wear it all year round. Whether it's, you know, it's citrus fragrance and they're wearing it in wintertime, or they have like a, you know, Versace Eros or Spice Bomb, and they wear that in spring, summertime as well. This stuff happens all the time outside of the fragrance community. At the end of the day, you can kind of do what you want, and most of the time it will work. There's just going to be some times where maybe it's not the most preferable thing. But Brioni Eau de Parfum Eclat, this is kind of a nice mixture as well. You get the grapefruit off the top, bit of a spicy ginger, and then this musk with a little bit of a watery feel as well. This is going to be currently the freshest Brioni fragrance within this Brioni Eau de Parfum lineup here. They do have, you know, Essentiel, which kind of has this tomato leaf accord. It's a bit different, but this one's by far the brightest, the freshest. It's truly like an eau fresh flanker, and also my favorite bottle of the bunch because of that frosted glass. So simplistic looking, but look, I mean, that just looks satisfying to me. They also have a cool texture to them. If you want something that is just ultra wearable for any situation, formal, casual, spring, summer, can wear it in fall and winter too if you really wanted to, just something clean and fresh, but with kind of more of a premium gentlemanly smell, check this out. This next one is Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir. This is the parfum. It's got iris, tonka, suede, and sandalwood. So what we've got here is the pre-existing Blue Noir DNA, that musky, woody smell. But what they've done is they've added in some iris on top, but just a little bit of a powdery iris here with that fresher kind of woody, musky DNA that, of course, is existing in the lineup. It just gives it a bit of a different twist that was kind of missing in the rest of the line. The EDT, the EDP, they're pretty similar, and they don't really have a whole lot of excitement to them. They're incredibly wearable scents, but beyond that, they're kind of boring in my opinion. And this one, it just takes that whole scent DNA to the next level, and it makes it so much more enjoyable. You know, because of the blend that this one has going on, you could pretty much wear it year-round as a signature scent if you wanted to. Kind of running down to the end of this video with Low Dissi Pour Homme Intense by Issey Miyake. This one has yuzu, incense, and ambergris. I love this stuff. I really, really do. Smells great. And you know, these days I would not really reach for or wear the original Low Dissi. It's just when we have flankers like this, and there's a few other flankers in the lineup that you could still purchase that are really good. And there's also the Fusion line as well. All of those make more sense to me. They're better performing. They're a little bit more up to date. They're better purchases for the money, in my opinion. And a lot of times we get that, where, you know, we end up with so many great flankers that original just almost doesn't really hit the same anymore. You could still wear it if it brings back nostalgia, which is a lot of the reason why I think people still hang on to these originals, like the original Aqua de Joe EDT. All of the flankers are so much better. They're longer lasting. They're you know, they're just better. I mean, everything about them is just up to date. And, you know, people still like that original EDT because it reminds them of when they were younger, and that's perfectly fine. But when we're talking about where's the smartest place to put your money, and you want to get a good return on that money in terms of being able to actually wear the scent and really get some good use out of it, get some long-lasting performance, get some great compliment, smell somewhat up to date, something like this one is going to be it for you. A nice performer here, whereas that original kind of falls flat. Little bit of a smoke from this aquatic scent here, or this watery scent, which is pretty cool. We've seen that done a few times, but man, really, really nice texture. This stuff smells great. If you want summer with a unique twist, look no further. And because of that woodiness that this one has and some of that smoke, you could extend this one into fall and winter easily. This is seriously kind of an overlooked scent, and it's at a great price. Just smells something, you know, unique about this. Last up for this video, we have Polo Blue Parfum. This one has oak, orange, clary sage, and lavender. By far the best Polo Blue, okay? Polo Deep Blue Parfum, nice blue scent, that one's great. And they've had a few others throughout the years, but this Parfum really takes it to the next level, and the oak is what does it for me. It gives it this really strong masculine woodiness, still kind of soapy and shower jelly, just because it's a Polo Blue, and they've always kind of smelled like that throughout the years. But this one really amps up the base, really gives you a lot more substance. To me, it's just a much more interesting scent overall. And like I mentioned, when it comes down to spending your money, okay, not everybody wants to spend an arm and a leg to collect every flanker of every lineup. If you want one Polo Blue, in my opinion, just get the Parfum and be done with it, okay? You're paying just a little bit more compared to the old Eau de Toilette or something like that, but it's more than going to make up for it. You know, you're getting this true Parfum concentration, so the performance is great. You're getting a better product. It's as simple as that. These flankers, they do improve upon the original more often than not. This is yet another perfect example. Purchase this one. It's going to be a great daily signature scent that you can use until the bottle runs out. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. I will have links to these down below in the video description if you would like to do some shopping. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.